Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. My background, it's my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offensive, or special teams coordinator, as well as a head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this AFC presentation, otherwise known as Automatic Front and Cover, I'm going to talk to you about our AFC, Automatic Front and Cover, to what we call a wide bunch, okay? And so if you see in my AFC playlist check Brown presentation, this is very similar in that Brown B is for tight bunch, check War is for wide bunch. And we do not use War for anything else. So check War means change. War is our AFC, which means we're automatically getting into a front and a coverage, and that's it, playing football. Okay? So let me first talk about what defines a wide bunch. For us, a bunch is always three receivers within 5 yards of each other. But to be a wide bunch, they are all three bunched together within 5 yards, have to be wider than 5 yards from the tackle. Okay, so in this, I have the ball in the middle of the field, and I have the wide bunch out in the numbers, which isn't uncommon. Okay, but it could be tighter, it could be on the hash. And again, I don't want slide rules coming out and all those things. If they think that they're wider than 5, they check War. If they're tighter, they check Brown. Okay, see my AFC playlist. So check War. Well, let me also talk. This could be any personnel. It's more likely to be, unless it's completely a ruse, it's more likely to be, 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers, and a tight end with a running back. It's not likely to be, 22 personnel, but it could be. If they think they can get a team to overcommit, therefore making themselves vulnerable to the run, then they'll do that. Okay. But for us, we want to make sure that we're not outflanked and we're in a good position, especially on the one receiver side, to defend the run. Okay? So for us, check War means everything, including we're in what we call 58 front, which now both of our defensive ends bump to a 5 technique. Both inside linebackers align the same as 50 in check Brown, but now they are 31 techniques. Okay? The nose stays the same. So check Pittsburgh is a 58 front box, tackle to tackle. Okay. Check War also means we're going to be in what we call Pittsburgh. So you'll have to go to my 3x1 playlist to see what check Pittsburgh is. I'm not going to get into all of that. They're going to execute check Pitt versus pass, okay, which is another way that we defend 3 verticals from the 3 receiver side, okay. So over here, it's still sky support. I'm going to go back to the run. Still sky support. So he's zit step and reading surface on any type of run. He's screwing hard downhill. Okay, so as an example, if it were a speed option, them thinking they have an advantage over here. He's the D5 techniques quarterback. The backer is quarterback to pitch. Safety's pitch. Okay. And the corner is going to protect the sideline, and his rule is Pittsburgh, he's got 1 vertical anyway. Okay, so we're not susceptible to play action. All right. Remember, automatic, if you go to my base playlist, my 3x1 playlist, you go see check Brown in the AFC playlist. Automatic overhang with Mike to the bunch. Okay. So the safeties are the ones in a position to be screaming check War. Okay, and then after that, we get lined up. They're also going to reiterate it's all check Pitt, 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 and then everybody knows what that means if it's a pass. So let me just talk about the way we line up and defend. We still treat this as an edge as if it were a wing. We want, so for wide receiver screen purposes, we don't get gashed that way. He's still going to get 2x2. Okay, outside of number 1, okay, and it's still going to be check Cloud over here, making sure he protects the sideline, but it's going to be check Orbit for the run game. Okay, So that's what we do there. And then check pit, he still cocks his hips inside so he can see surface. So on pass, he's going to play pit, as is the free. All right. The rover, that's a little different. This is different than check Brown. So again, you have to see check Brown, the AFC playlist. Either if two's on the line or three's on the line, whichever one it is, that's who the rover lines up on. Okay, never number one, but it's either two or three. The dime, what we call apex, split the difference between the three and the tackle. You put your toes on the heels of the DN, so you split the difference. Okay, that puts them in good run support. Here, it also puts them in a great job take care of the tunnel screen. All right, if they were to block here, tunnel screen with the dimes in beautiful position to play that. Okay, so we want to box essentially just by alignment any type of quick screen, quick throw action out here with the corner 2x2, with the dime apexing, splitting the difference between three and the tackle. Now the safeties alignment is 2x12 Ike, remember, means inside, but it's off of three. Okay. Whip is the same, 2x12 off the tackle. Outside press. Again, see my 3x1 playlist for check pit. But that is how we adjust to a wide bunch. Check war, right? Wide, war, W, right? Name association. That's the only time we use war. If there was ever any kind of motion all the way across, we're going to check 4. If it was any motion but it was slow and they stayed on this side, we stay in pit to answer that question because it's still 3x1. We check pit, we stay pit. Motion back to a 2x2, we check 4. We'll stay in 58, no need to get out of the front, but we will check 4, which again is our match quarters gray 4 base coverage. Okay? So again, AFC, automatic front and coverage, allows us to play unique formations. You can practice this once a week just to make sure your kids remember it, just in case your opponents, this is their secret, that they're going to spring on you if they haven't shown it yet in the game. But if this is all that you do, then your kids feel comfortable and they can play it. If your kids are comfortable, they can play fast, all right, without hesitation. So please, as always, any questions, reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com. I'd love to talk football with you.